Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at part 2 of Aristotle, the father of the sciences. Before we begin, just a quick reminder that we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Moving right along. Mythology tells us one thing, while archaeology tells us another. Our first question of the day is from Lexi. She asks, what was Aristotle's main philosophy? Lexi, excellent question. Aristotle seemed to have one of history's most curious minds. He wanted to know about everything. What he emphasized was good reasoning. This was the backbone of how he would look at a situation, which he coined natural philosophy. Essentially, he would combine logic with observation to make general and casual claims. Now we have a question from Gary. He asked, what did Aristotle believe? Gary, Aristotle believed that it is impossible to be really good without wisdom or to be really wise without moral virtue. Only when correct reasoning and right desire come together does truly virtuous action result. Virtuous action, then, is always the result of successful practical reasoning. Let's press on. Now we have a question from Simone. She wants to know, what was Aristotle most famous for? Simone, Aristotle was one of the greatest philosophers who ever lived and the first genuine scientist in history. He made pioneering contributions to all fields of philosophy and science. He also invented formal logic, and he identified the various scientific disciplines and explored their relationships to each other. Now we have a question from Emilio. He asked, what was Aristotle's most famous work? Emilio, in 335 before the Common Era, Aristotle founded his own school, the Lyceum, which was located in the city of Athens. This was where he spent the rest of his life studying, teaching, and writing. Some of his most notable works include the Nicomachean Ethics, Politics, Metaphysics, Poetics, and Prior Analytics. Now we have a question from Dex. He asks, how many years did Aristotle tutor Alexander the Great? Dex, Aristotle spent roughly 8 years in the kingdom of Macedon. King Philip II invited him to serve as the head of the Royal Academy to tutor his son, along with some other aristocratic boys. Moving right along, our next question is from Charlotta. She asks, how influential was Aristotle on Alexander? Charlotta, it was actually Aristotle who encouraged young Alexander to look to Eastern conquest. In part, this was because Aristotle was unabashedly ethnocentric. Tradition has it was he who counseled Alexander to be a leader to the Greeks and a despot to the barbarians. Now we have a question from Manolo. He wants to know just how much Aristotle despised the Persians. Manolo, it was said that Aristotle advised Alexander to treat Greeks as friends and relatives and deal with the Persians as beasts or plants. Need I say more? He definitely did not think anything of the Persians, nor their culture. We still have time for a couple more questions. This one is from Giselle. She asked, how old was Aristotle when he went to study with Plato? Giselle, it is generally believed that Aristotle was 17 or 18 years of age when he moved to Athens to begin his studies with Plato. He then studied at Plato's Academy for nearly 20 years. Winding down for today, our next question is from Maria. She wants to know why Aristotle didn't continue his studies in Athens. Maria, I would say that the answer is twofold. At the invitation of King Philip II of Macedon, he was offered the position to head the kingdom's Royal Academy. This would also entail that he would personally tutor the heir apparent, Alexander. Secondly, tradition has it that Aristotle was disappointed with the Academy's direction when control passed to Plato's nephew. Our last question for today is from Cassie. She asks, is it true that Aristotle's dying wish was to be buried at the side of his wife? Yes, Cassie, you are quite correct. Aristotle was laid to rest at the side of his beloved wife, Pythias. This brings us to the end of part 2 of Aristotle, the father of the sciences. Thank you for once again joining us for another edition of Traveler's Tales. Just a reminder that we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. For your convenience, we have also posted our email address and Instagram information. We enjoy hearing from our subscribers and encourage you to contact us with any questions or comments you may have. If you haven't subscribed to Traveler's Tales, please do. This really is the best way to help our channel grow. Traveler's Tales will return with Warrior Elites, Alexander the Great's cavalry. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and fact, Kartistos.